Hi everybody, this is Mitch the ultimate multi-instrumentalist, talking about the oboe. Today I'd like to talk about the vibrato on oboe. Many people ask me about that. So first, there are two different ways of vibrato. One is a dynamic vibrato, one is a pitch vibrato. Like for instance, like in the flute, it's usually dynamic vibrato. Do you see that it goes the loud and soft and loud and soft? And like a jazz clarinet, I don't know about the classical clarinet and how many people make vibrato, but the single reed instrument, so saxophone's the same thing. It's a pitch vibrato down by the jaw or lips. So, do you see the pitch going up and down? So an oboe, you can do either or. No, I mean as a clarinet, probably you could do the dynamic vibrato too, but it's not as effective. Not really that effective, I think. So on the oboe, you can do both, either way. Most common, I think, worldwide is from abdomen, and basically, it's kind of a quick twitch of your abdomen muscle. Like that. So just instantaneously, like, torque your air with your abdomen muscle. So basically, changing the airflow by that way, and making it slow, fast, creating that kind of air. So, like that, and then you can go faster. And then also a very important thing. Sorry that I'm kind of going back and forth. In order to make vibrato, the most important thing first is being able to place a straight note. So unless you can do that, there's not much of a point in making vibrato. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Alright, then second way of making vibrato, and this is also dynamic vibrato. And I observed that this is not really done outside of the United States. The United States is the only place people do this thing. And I personally don't necessarily like it. It sounds kind of mechanical, which is by throat. And I heard that actually a lot of flute teachers tell you not to do that, but probably like 80% of flutists actually are doing it, even though they tell you not to. It's using throat like like that. And I'm purposely making noise. You're not gonna make a noise when you're doing that, okay? So controlling the contracting your throat and expanding your throat and just going back and forth. So it's like I'm saying, kind of, or. So obviously, so you're not going. If you do, then you're gonna stop the airflow. So you don't want to stop the airflow. Okay. So it will sound like this. And I mean, it's easy to do faster. And I'm not really that skilled because I don't practice it that way. And so this is an abdomen vibrato. And this is throat. But you hear the difference? And I don't like the sound of the throat vibrato as much. Sounds very mechanical. But there are plenty of people who do that in the United States, and what it matters is whether it's coming musical or not. All right, then the third kind, this is rarely used, I think, is a jaw vibrato, just like what I showed you on the clarinet. So using your jaw going slightly up and down, slightly. Very careful, because the oboe, it's a small difference that you make with your embouchure makes a huge difference. So if you move too much, it's going to go wild like this. Yeah, so you don't want that, okay? But slight movement of up and down. So this is actually a pitch vibrato. Okay, when you loose, it goes flat, and when you're tight, it goes sharp. Okay, I don't use that vibrato too often with normal classical music playing. But I've heard some performances of using this jaw vibrato and abdomen vibrato back and forth somehow, and depending on where they're playing, and having very nice effect. I don't do that necessarily, but there are some people who do that. I use a jaw vibrato if I'm playing some pop songs or some jazz or something. That I would use jaw vibrato. Sounds appropriate to me, to the sound. Alright, so those are the 3 vibratos. I'm not really talking about how to practice and how to use them and all that stuff. Okay, so that's totally another issue. But I just wanted to explain to you that how they work, how physically you make them. Alright, so here's Mitch, the ultimate multi-instrumentalist. Oh, I'm also able to say that. It's Mitch, the ultimate multi-instrumentalist. Well, there you go. Signing off. Bye-bye.